In this video, we'll see the top 15 Linux commands. So the first one is ls. So basically ls command in Linux is used to list the contents of a directory. So whatever the contents which are there in the directory, it is used to list all those things. So by default what it does, it displays all the names of the files and the directories in the current working directory. For example, your current working directories is a downloads thing, you think. For example, you're working on a directory which is named as a downloads, okay. So in the downloads, what are the files and what are the subdirectories are these? That names it is. For example, in the downloads, we have a file name called avr.txt. So it displays the name of the files or it displays the names of the directories in which you're working for the present working, for the current working directory. I hope ls command is clear. So the next one is pwd. So basically pwd command, basically it stands for the prints the current working directory. It prints the working directory. So whichever you're working on it prints only the directory name. See, for example, you're working on the directory name as the desktop. So for example, if you press pwd, it prints. So whatever it is used to display the absolute path, it displays the path of the current working directory which you're working on. Okay. So that is all about pwd. The next command is the cd. So cd is nothing but it is used to change the current working directory. For example, you're working in this directories, in the directory called as a download. If you want to shift from a download directory to a desktop directory, you can use this command cd. So whichever directory you want to shift. For example, you want to shift to a desktop directory, you can type as cd desktop. Okay, so it is see, it also it allows you to navigate through a file system as well. Okay, so this is all about a cd directory. And one more is then mkdir directory. So mkdir means it is used to create a new directories. For example, you are working in the desktop directory. Inside this desktop, in case if you want to create any other new directories named, for example, avr directory, you can write it as mkdir followed by this name. Okay, next what is this rmdir? It is used to remove empty directories. So whatever the empty directories are there, it helps to remove the empty directories using this rmdir command. So next, the most important command is the touch command. So basically in a Linux, it is used to create an empty file. So for example, if you're working in the directory named as a desktop, inside the directory, instead of manually creating a files, empty files, you can use this command, touch command, and create an empty files. Touch, so whatever touch followed by whatever the empty file you want to create, though that file name you can give it out, and you can go and check it out in that directory. That empty file will get automatically created when you give this command. And the one most important thing is a grep command. So grep command basically, see, for example, if you want to search or match any of the text patterns in the files contained in a regular expressions, you can use this grep command. If you want to search any of the patterns or any of the text, whichever it is there in that particular file, if for example, if it's there in the regular expressions, very manually difficult to find it out. So you can use this grep command and find it out. It's basically stands for the global regular expression print. And echo command, it's very simple. Echo means basically it is used to display a line of a text output. For example, see, echo, for example, echo, I am Meghana. Okay. So it displays this I am Meghana, it displays on the terminal of the Linux terminal, it displays as I am Meghana. So if you want to see any output or if you want to see a line of text, so echo command is useful. So next command is the man command. So man command basically displays the manual pages for other commands. See, for example, if you're not able to know, for example, if you're new to this Linux and if you want to know what does an echo does, all those things. So man, if you give like man, it displays whatever for other commands, it displays utilities, it displays the configuration files, all those stuffs this man command used to display. And also it provides detailed documentations including usage, options, examples also. For example, it gives all the stuffs this man command is basically helps. And next command is a head command. So for example, if you want to display the first 10 lines or if you want to display the few lines of a file, you can use this head command. See, by default, it shows the first 10 lines. Very important. For example, if they ask a question, which command is used to display the first few lines or first 10 lines of an content in a given file, means head you can tell. And one more important command is a uname. Uname is nothing but it is used to display the system information. For example, by default, if you give uname, it prints which name of the operating system you're working on. However, other information also it prints, like about the kernel, system kernel, or the hardware or the architecture, all the stuffs this uname prints. So basically what it prints, basically the first main important thing is that it prints the system information. For example, it prints the name of the operating system. Okay. And the other most important thing where it is asked in everywhere, what is the difference between DF and DU? What is a DF and DU? Okay. How much, for example, what is DF? It provides a sweeping ballpark figure for how much space is being utilized on your file system as a whole. If, for example, see, as a whole you're working, how much it is utilized for the whole file system, how much space is utilized for your file system as a whole. It takes as a whole, right? So DF command, it takes as a whole, like how much space is utilized for the whole file system, it is used to display. DU, what does a DU command does means it takes a more accurate, like instead of displaying the whole file usage system, it takes an accurate snapshot for each directory or the subdirectory, right? This is all about a DU. And what is about a find? One more important thing, that the find command. So one more thing, if you want to know more about a DF and DU, I have, like, if you want more clear information about DF and DU, I have done one more video, particular video only for this DF and DU. You can go and watch. There is nothing much difference. DF as a whole usage file system it displays. DU is nothing but for each file or the subdirectories it displays. That's it. Next thing is that find. Right, find command. The find command in Linux is used to search for the files and directories based on the, for example, for the name, if you give find which file it displays. The size also you can specify, the date, all those things you can use to find out by using a command name as a find, right? For locating the files, for searching for the files, there is no command named as a search in the Linux. If you want to search for the files, you have to use a command as a find. Okay. The next thing is that wget. So wget is a command line which was like, downloads all the files from a web using a protocols like HTTP, HTTPS and the FTP. Basically what it does, wget is nothing but it is used to download the files from the web. This is all about a wget. Wget is nothing but it is used to download the files from a website or something like that. Okay. The last command is who am I. So basically it displays the username of your current user who is working on that. So like it quickly identifies a user account in the running current session. It's very simple. Who am I is nothing but it displays the current user a name which is running in the system. All the stuff it displays. That's it. I hope this video finds well. I think you have understood each and every command line. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. In my next video, I'll just try to explain you very practically, I think, running in the Linux command, all those stuff. But I think manually, I think you have understand and you have clear idea about Linux commands. And I hope this finds clear to answer the questions about Linux commands as well. Thanks for watching my video. If you're new to this channel, please do like, share and subscribe.